This video lecture explains about the algorithms Richard Agrawala algorithm and Merkava algorithm in distributed systems. After completion of this video lecture, the students can be able to understand about Richard Agrawala algorithm and Merkava algorithm and what are the types of messages are used in these algorithms, and also analyze this algorithm based on their complexity and performance. First, see about Richard Agrawala algorithm. This algorithm is used for mutual exclusion in the distributed system, which is proposed by Glenn Richard and Ashok Agrawala. So this algorithm is an extension of Lambert's distribution and mutual exclusion algorithm. In this algorithm assumes the communication channels are FIFO. This algorithm uses two types of messages, which are request and reply. In this request message, the process sends the request message to all the other processors to request their permission to enter into the critical section. A process sends the reply message to a process to give its permission to that process. That's the use of reply message. So processors use Lambert style logical clock to assign the timestamp of critical section request. These timestamps are used to decide the priority of request. In case of conflict, that means if a process PA is waiting to execute the critical section which receives the request message from process PJ, then if the priority of PJ's request is lower, PA defer the reply to PJ and sends the reply message to PJ only after the executing the critical section for its pending request. Otherwise, PA sends the reply message to PJ immediately, which is provided it is currently not executing the critical section. Next, see about the algorithm. In this algorithm, each process PA maintains the request deferred array RDJ. The size of which is the same as the size is same as the number of processes in the system. Initially, the value of RDIJ is 0. Whenever a PA defers the request sent by PJ, it sets the value to 1. Okay. Next, see about the algorithm. That is, this algorithm contains 3 stages, which are requesting the critical section, executing the critical section, and releasing the critical section. First one is requesting the critical section. That means to entering into the critical section. When a site SI wants to enter into the critical section, and it does not have a token, then it increments its sequence number RNI and sends the request message to all the other sites which are in order to request the token. So SN is the update value of RNI, and also when a site SJ receives the request message, request of I SN from site SJ, it sets the value is maximum. After updating the RN value, the site SJ sends the token to the site SI. If it has the token and RN value is equal to incremented by 1. Right. Then the second stage is executing the critical section, which means the site SI enter into the critical section after it received the reply message from the all the other sites. That is, every site it sends a request message to. Right. Next, last one is releasing the critical section. So after finishing the execution of site SI, which exit the critical section, which will sets the value, that is ln of I is equal to in value is Rn value. to indicate that its critical section request has been executed for every site Sj. Next, see the correctness. The first and the algorithm of this the theorem of this algorithm is this algorithm achieves the mutual exclusion, which is proved by contradiction. Suppose the two sites Si and Sj are executing the critical section concurrently. If suppose Si's request has the higher priority than the request of Sj, then Si is received Sj's request after it has made its own request. Thus, we can say it as Sj can concurrently execute the critical section with Sj only if Si returns the reply to Sj before Si exiting from the critical section. However, this is impossible because Sj's request has the lower priority. Therefore, Richard Agrawala algorithm achieves mutual exclusion. So this is the message complexity of this algorithm. Here we have the two of n minus 1 messages involved for execution. In this n minus 1 request messages are present and also n minus 1 reply messages. The drawback of this algorithm is unreliable approach, and the performance is it requires 2 into n minus 1 messages per critical section execution. So that's all about the Richard Agrawala algorithm. Next algorithm is Merkava algorithm. So this algorithm is quorum based approach to ensure the mutual exclusion in distributed systems. Based on in permission based algorithm like Lambert algorithm, Richard algorithm, a site requests permission from every other site, but in quorum based approach a site does not request permission from every other site but from a subset of sites which is called as quorum. So quorum is a subset of sites. Here we are using three types of messages, that is request, reply and release. And the first message is request message, that is a site send a request message to all the other site in its request set or quorum to get their permission to enter the critical section. Next one is reply message, that is a site send a reply message to requesting site to give the permission to entering into the critical section. Third one is release message. Suppose a site send a release message to all the other sites means in its request set or quorum upon exiting the critical section. So these are the details of these three messages. Next we see about the algorithm. In this algorithm also having three stages, that is requesting the critical section, executing the critical section and releasing the critical section. So first one is requesting the critical section, that means to entering into the critical section. So when a site wants to enter into the critical section, it sends the request to other sites request of I. When a site, that is Sj, that is the another site which receives this request message, it will send the reply message to Si, which is it has not sent a reply message to a site since it's receipt of last release message. Otherwise, it queues in the particular message into the top of the queue for later consideration. Next one is executing after receiving the reply message, it will entering into the critical section. That means Si can enter in the critical section if it has received the reply message from the other site or okay. Next, finally releasing the critical section, releasing from the critical section. So when a site Si exit the critical section, it sends the release of I message to the other sites in request set or when a site Sj receives this release message from site SA, it sends the reply message to the next waiting site in the queue and deletes the entry from the queue. In case of query is empty, the site update its status to show that is it has not sent any reply message since the receipt of the last release message. Next, see about the correctness of this algorithm. Um, this theorem states that this algorithm achieves the mutual exclusion, which is proved by contradiction. Suppose two sites SA and SJ which are executed concurrently in the critical section. This means that SA received the reply message from the other sites which are present in RI, and concurrently the site SJ was able to receive the reply message from all the other sites in RJ. So, if Ri is intersection Rj, which is equal to Sk, that is, then site Sk must have a send reply messages to both Si and Sj concurrently, which shows the contradiction. Next, see about the message complexity of this algorithm. This algorithm requires invocation of 3 root n messages per critical section execution. So these 3 root n messages involves root of n request messages and root of n reply messages and root of n release messages. The drawback of this algorithm is deadlock prone, which means that a site is exclusively logged by other sites and the requests are not prioritized by their timestamp. By the way of performance, the synchronization delay is equal to the twice the message propagation delay time. So, which requires 3 root n messages per critical section execution. The possible questions present in this topic is examine the Agrawala algorithm with the required pseudocode and the Merkava algorithm with the required pseudocode, and also the complexity and performance of these algorithms, and also the drawback of these two algorithms. Thank you.